played 4 minutes on Sunday, and none on Sunday. As LaMelo Ball with another three. He's got the crowd wooing on that one.
Will LaMelo Ball be the NBA's next GOAT? LaMelo Ball has found a home at the National Basketball League overseas, and it appears he's making the most of his opportunity. Playing with the Illawarra Hawks in Australia, Ball has impressed NBA scouts with his play during the preseason, putting up 19 points and 13 rebounds against the reigning NBL Defensive Player of the Year, and some say he might be at the top pick in the NBA draft next year, while others think he has plenty of chances to fall. In this video, let's take a look at LaMelo Ball's on-court skills and let's find out if he would be a potential GOAT of his generation. If you are as curious as we are, make sure to stick around till the end of this video. While most of the prospects of LaMelo Ball's draft class have had the comfort of playing in college this season, the 6'6" point guard with a 6'10" wingspan has had to scratch and claw his way into the top 10 conversation. After his father LeVar Ball foolishly forfeited his NCAA eligibility, Ball decided to play professionally before entering the draft. That ultimately led to LaMelo becoming a member of the NBL's Illawarra Hawks. LaMelo Ball wasn't expected to shed the stink of his stint in Lithuania or escape the shadow of his father so quickly. But he did, and the NBA is taking notice. The youngest Ball's first few games of action have been positive, showing a pro skill set and feel for the game that has impressed many. If he's able to translate this to the regular season against adults at a professional level, there is no reason to think that he won't be a top pick next year. Ball was able to play in 12 games for the Hawks this year, and in those contests, the 18-year-old averaged 17 points per game. His behind-the-back delivery is something else. It takes real nerve to attempt something like that in an intense court situation. Keep in mind that Ball is already playing against mostly grown men in the NBL, whereas his peers have the benefit of competing against other college students. His game is in sharp contrast, and he specifically has one elite NBA skill, and that is his passing vision. It clearly seems like one of his true natural talents is his vision as a passer, and it's a little bit strange because initially when he was introduced as a prospect, a lot of the perception around him was that he was a ball hog and he was going to take 40-footers from half court and all these things that generally you wouldn't associate with someone that has great passing vision. But as he developed as a player in his new professional career, whether it be in Lithuania or Australia, it's become clear that this guy can really pass the basketball. And if he can continue to develop that, then he can become a great playmaker at the NBA level. And that is something that we have seen similarly at different levels of basketball. Not only is LaMelo Ball tall, but he has gotten stronger with his body being developed a little bit more, as well as impressing a greater body control while standing 6'7" frames, allowing him to be very versatile on both ends of the floor. Definitely, that is another huge positive for LaMelo, especially when talking about someone that has the size that he does. He can play on the ball as a playmaker or off the ball as a shooter, play on the wing or either guard spot, and that is an incredibly valuable player to have in the modern NBA. Sealing the possibilities of him being a potential GOAT, you can argue that he has the highest ceiling of any prospect in this class with that passing vision. It's pretty easy to envision that maybe LaMelo Ball is a pick not only because of who he is as a player now, but because of who he could turn into and how well it seems like he would fit the way basketball is played now, with that size, with that versatility, with his ability to potentially play well on both ends of the floor, and of course again, that passing vision that would work very, very well. Even so, LaMelo also still has a lot to work on. As for his scoring, LaMelo definitely has some room for improvement. He shot only 37.5% from the floor this year, and he hit just 25% of his threes. Those numbers simply have to go up if he's going to reach his potential. Ball's shooting form is a major question mark heading into the draft process, as he shoots with both elbows flared out and relies too much on his guide hand when getting to his release point. His brother, Lonzo Ball, had a similarly wonky release, but LaMelo arguably shows better feel as a shooter. Despite not having much success from distance, Ball did attempt 6.7 threes per game. One can argue that's a negative. However, it's good to see a player that believes in his ability to make shots. even for all of Ball's minor struggles as a shooter, there's something to be said for how easily he is able to get to his spots. LaMelo is a next-level creator off the bounce, capable of blowing by his man at will. For a guy with his size, watching him operate can be flat-out jaw-dropping. In a league where primary ball handlers like Trae Young, Luka Doncic, and Ja Morant have immediately come in and put up huge numbers, teams should fear letting a player like LaMelo's offensive flair get away. You just don't find many players that can make plays like that. His father, LaVar Ball, also compared his 18-year-old son, who has yet to play a single minute in the NBA, to the one and only Michael Jordan. He said he is not even worried about him being on the top list of the draft, but rather hoping that the coach would believe in LaMelo and let him do what he does. While there's no denying that LaMelo is a tremendous prospect, to compare him to MJ is an absolute reach for the moment. He might have a good preseason, but he has yet to prove his game on the NBA court. Overall, Ball possesses a knowledge and love for the game that makes you want to believe in him. If he ends up being a 35% shooter from the outside, he's going to be an all-star. If he taps into his potential on the defensive end, you're probably looking at a superstar. But even if he were to fall short of doing both those things, LaMelo's ability to create space with the ball in his hands will make him a dangerous offensive player. In a league where you desperately need multiple guys making plays, his presence demands your attention. And it certainly doesn't hurt to say that LaMelo Ball could be NBA's next GOAT in the making. Make sure to keep posted with our videos to keep yourselves updated with your favorite stars' whereabouts. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more.